You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold fans. Well, we want to talk about where the heck are Thomas Forrester and his fiancée, Paris Buckingham. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm just wondering if the powers that be at B&B have quietly exited another cast member, this time Matthew Atkinson, while pretending like everything is okay. If you haven't, please reach down and click subscribe. But we're going to just dive into this because it would not be the first time Brad Bell, in his capacity as showrunner, has done something like this. You know, even before this big Thomas and Paris question can be considered, don't forget, there were two other big cases that happened like this. These spring to mind, where Brad Bell cut somebody from the cast, never bothered to announce their exit, and CBS Daytime wasn't necessarily very honest in their dealing with it, to my ears. That's my opinion. In one of those cases, with Krista Allen specifically, CBS Daytime actually tried to deny what they were in the process of doing with her character, Taylor Hayes. And that one and one more character and actor exit has me really wondering if they're doing the same thing with Matt Atkinson as Thomas Forrester. If you do not remember, Taylor left town. She was off at a conference or something, and then she just never came back. She hadn't been seen. And Krista Allen revealed that she was off working on some charity work because there were no Taylor scripts to film when she was being, asked repeatedly by fans. And then there was this kind of big outcry on social media. A lot of people initially weren't feeling the Krista recast when she came in as Taylor because they loved Hunter Tylo in the role. But then new Taylor seemed to grow on a lot of people. And then with 1 year left on Krista Allen's contract, Taylor just disappeared. And that had fans demanding answers and information on social media, asking, where is Taylor Hayes? Fans were tagging the official show channel. They were tagging Brad Bell, other producers. And then CBS Daytime issued a statement to Soap Hub without someone's name attached, saying it was an insider. But it was an official source saying she's still on contract. However, Krista Allen did an interview with People that came months later, pretty recently actually, that has some more insight. And it has me wondering if they've now done the same thing to her TV son, Thomas. While CBS insisted that she was still on contract as Taylor, in fact, Krista told People magazine she had known for a long time, those were the words she used, a long time, that she was getting cut even before it happened. And so clearly she knew that Taylor was off of Bold and she was done, even while the soap was denying they had cut her and saying that she was still on contract. And I've also honestly seen some really stupid headlines saying Krista was the one who decided not to renew her contract. That's just patently untrue. That is big fake news. She was 2 years into a 3-year deal, and she said, quote, the contract was dropped, which is so crazy. So she's very clear they dropped her contract. And then she said she kept waiting for B&B to confirm it publicly, but then says the network, quote, just never announced it. So even if you're not a Taylor fan, or we're tired of seeing her and Brooke fight over Ridge, they could have done something else with Krista Allen. Heck, they could have put Taylor with Carter or Bill. And even if they decided to fire Krista for whatever reason, why deliberately mislead fans? Why say that Krista is still on contract as Taylor when they had clearly already let her know it was over and done? That's sketchy. To me, that's just some level of disrespect for the fans at work behind the scenes at Bold. Like that the powers that be just don't take the viewers seriously, or they don't care, or they think that fans are stupid. I don't know what the thought process is, but I can't interpret it as anything more than disrespect. It's like when they release really misleading promos. You know, like a few years back when they showed Thomas kissing Hope and they built it up like it was the real deal, but it was a daydream. And then they just repeated that with Hope kissing Finn. And it is Brad Bell and the people working with him that are misleading fans, in my opinion. Promos and spoilers should be fact, not fiction. Promos are visual spoilers. We have to remember that. And don't forget, this is not the first time Bold let somebody go and never said a word. They also did it with Darren Brooks as Wyatt Spencer not that long ago. After he had actually been gone quite a while and fans were saying, "Where's Wyatt? Where's Wyatt?" It was Darren Brooks himself who released a statement saying he was out at Wyatt. It was a good run. He appreciated the time he had on the show. No hard feelings, but he's off contract. And clearly, Darren remains on good terms with them because he came back as this like one-off episode to basically hand Bill the keys to the beach house. I don't even know why they brought Wyatt back for that. Maybe they thought it would satisfy fans after they quietly axed Darren Brooks, and then they had also done it to Kristen. So let's talk about Diamond White for a minute. She's been on recurring status for a while as Paris Buckingham. She was doing other projects. She was rarely seen on Bold, but they sure seemed to like using her in the opening credits while not actually using Diamond as Paris on the soap. But with Paris's engagement to Thomas Forrester, most fans expected to see more of Paris and Thomas, even if they were thinking long-term, the marriage probably won't work out. Maybe they won't even get married. And then Thomas is going to go back to chasing Hope. Instead, B&B gave Thomas and Paris a little bit of screen time, few episodes here and there, and then sent them back to France after talking about a simple family wedding at the Forrester mansion. Since then, no one's heard doodly or squat about Paris, Thomas, or Douglas, or the wedding, or anything. Is this Bold and the Beautiful quietly firing Matthew Atkinson like they did his TV mom, Krista Allen? Did Brad Bell decide he's tired of hearing fans gripe about Thomas and Hope? I mean, a lot of people have misstated that Thomas stole Hope's daughter. He didn't, but he kept the lie going and he did a whole lot of other things. But let's be real. Sheila Carter's on Bold. She's a serial killer whack job. Thomas's crimes did not even begin to stack up to hers. And instead, you know, we get Poppy and Luna with a lot of screen time. Bill's got this new daughter, but Steffi lost her mother. Maybe now she's lost her brother. I don't know what they're thinking in the writer's room and behind the scenes at CBS Daytime. Maybe Matt Atkinson wanted some time off since he got married late last year and the show is accommodating him, and that's why he's off. Once the double murder mystery is over, maybe Thomas and Paris will come home, and maybe Thomas is home to stay. But don't forget, you know, they also dragged back Xander Avant for no reason but to throw shade at Thomas, and that came to nothing, and it was a pointless few episodes. And then Xander was gone. And then Bold brought back Ashley Brewer as Ivy Forrester for a whole whopping, 2 episodes that were in the end totally meaningless and a waste of screen time. I don't know if Brad Bell thinks dropping in random returnees will improve ratings. It won't. I do know that cutting characters that bring in viewers is a bad idea and hurts ratings. Some people love Thomas. Some people hate Thomas. A lot of people love to hate him. But I do know this, Matt Atkinson's character is not the reason ratings have been on a slow and steady decline. He's been gone for weeks and weeks, and ratings have been down. The fluctuations do not revolve around him. But if they have fired him and wrote Thomas out, that could keep ratings dropping. Let me know what you think. Has B&B given Matt Atkinson the same contract cutting treatment they gave Krista Allen? Do you think Thomas is out or just out for right now and is coming back to stay once some of this other front burner storyline stuff clears up? Let me know what you think. Please drop your comments. Definitely subscribe if you're not following us, and come back soon. As always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking B&B 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast. because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.